this for my first one.
Yeah.
Because Lord knows I've never done this before.
So let's try. So what it was.
That.
Yeah.
Music volume. Always keep the music volume down.
I know that you're the process. Not me. Because it was like, yeah, but right. You know, because I wanted to put him down here, but basically, right. And we put us was that exact?
Let's begin the game. The end is never, the end is never, the end is loading. Wow. Loading is actually taking quite some time. Oh, this is going to take a little bit. Maybe. Possibly. For the most part. You never know. I don't know why I decided to actually do a Let's Play. Mostly because probably no one's going to play it. Or watch it. But, Loading. Why does loading take so long? Why does loading always take so long? I mean, it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to take forever. Does it? Does it really have to take forever? Hey, look at that. Maybe? Well, I understand that. I would love it if you would actually put me back in the game. Thank you. Oh shit, I broke it. What'd I do? What'd I touch? Okay. We're back to the loading screen. Shit, if I knew it was going to take this long, I wouldn't have done it. Actually,
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
okay.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Okay.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Maybe.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Yeah.
Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Let's look around the office first. Can I pick stuff up? Oh, I can't. Whoa. Whoops. I can't pick up stuff. Can I open doors? No.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The only thing it ever means. Zombies. Oh wait, there'd be blood on the floor. Never mind. The meeting room? Sorry, I'm using my laptop, so it's kind of new stuff. Fuck. Why? Okay. What is the meeting room? That's actually a really nice picture. Holy shit. Hey, that computer's on. It's showing stuff. What the fuck? It's like doors open. Some doors open. There's fucking files everywhere. God. Marsha, you're supposed to be a lot cleaner than this. I mean, holy shit, guys. We work in a fucking office. I'm sorry, I'm a dork. What the fuck? Why? I have to wonder, why do all of these walls look like really nice and then you look through these and it's like fucking concrete shit. I told you. Fucking zombie.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes. It's exactly what I do at the employee lounge. You admire the employee lounge and... Goddamn house is starting to piss me off. Woo! And there's a nice little mouse sound, because that's exactly what I needed. A little mouse sound. Okay, that's much better. Thank you. Fuck yeah, go to the employee lounge. Make some fucking coffee.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I'm not standing here, you dumbass.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
What the fuck? Didn't I already pass 452? Didn't I? What the hell?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Dude, me playing this is not what you should have had happen. What the fuck is this? This isn't any office building I've ever seen.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
You say
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Okay,
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Is she a zombie or a mind control robot? Oh, there's a dark door. I don't like dark doors. Dark doors never have anything good in them.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
What the fuck did I do? Did I actually end it? Oh, what bullshit is this?
Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
What the fuck? fuck?
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
Oh, you're
I'm trying to make a point
dick.
here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
I don't think I want to. I think I want to go on.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Fuck. God damn it. You pricks.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh my god. Press F on your... Well, F you.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
I want to keep my back to this. You. You. I don't want to press 2. I want to press you. As in, fuck you.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Not Milton. To watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
If this is... I don't want to press 2. I don't want to spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
God.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Oh, really? Why? I'm not telling you.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
So, I do get to kill the narrator, right?
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Oh, well, Dang, I'm really tempted.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Give me a mirror.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must.
What
Perhaps,
are you, his conscience?
maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button.
Okay. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. I don't even know what I did. God, I don't know why I'm making a Let's Play. I'm not funny. It's just me saying a bunch of random shit. Oh. Hey, hey! I'm in my room again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Oh,
Stanley
God.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That door's open, but not open, but open. Ugh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Tips for
Feeling
not
a wave
getting
of
fired.
disbelief,
Talk
Stanley
less.
decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
What? Go back. Go back. Things. Happy feelings. You are fired. Oh, things but with money to buy more things. Graphs about things, money. We have our new product. What is this? Fucking Microsoft? Oh yeah, I dropped that. What is hot? Target demographics, teenagers. Are they making a freaking game? Cause that's what it looks like. Bi-quarterly post-review review. Oh, I've never worked in an office, but this all sounds hilarious. Size of demographic. Spare between teenagers, a lot of percent. Throw something in the idea bin. Recycle bin. Oh my god. Interpersonal conflict. Oh. Plant life. Why is plant life and spring break right in the middle of that? Oh, it's because it says dreams for your future. Well. Do not do unbelievably amazing work all the time, every day, with no exception of promotion or recognition. Don't get fired. That is the best tip I've heard for not getting fired. Don't get fired. Because, you know, that's... Take out passive-aggressively on coworkers, resent coworkers.
Stanley just stood there doing nothing at all.
I'm
He
reading
seems to
you,
think I have
Brett.
nothing better to do with my time than to sit
Sled
around
to
and
sure
describe
place
every
everything.
fascinating
Okay.
little detail of his inability to do anything. This is why Stanley and I are on such good terms.
You sound like his boss. Slides, charts, slides, and charts. I've seen presentations like this, and it's just, God, this is great. This is the best thing. I actually had someone in high school make a... No more charts, please, I'm begging you, stop. What? 20 things you love about your boss. Triangulate and return to your boss appreciation specialist. But more inclined towards conflict unless you're the kind of person who initiates conflict. Why did we hire you? Remember to take two people to start a fight. Right now, you're both... That is the... Oh, God. Who wrote these? These are great. Don't get fired. Tips to not get fired. Don't get fired. Best tip I've heard all day. Because seriously, that sounds like every job. How to solve a dispute with a coworker. That is seriously, that's true. That's so true. Using slides to sure. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic at the header and throw... I swear I had someone who made, I had someone in high school, a partner, who made this exact frickin' bunch of slides. Especially the graph ones. Those are the best. broom closet? Hey, I want to go in the broom closet. Yes! Broom
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No. Can I touch stuff? I want to touch stuff.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Fuck you, I'm gonna stand here now. Oh, fuck it. I'm bored.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Red light! I know that's... I've played too many horror games. What does the red light equal? Nothing good. Okay, I'll go up to his boss's office. I guess. Maybe. What the fuck? How did this go from, like, concrete to fucking night at the Holiday Inn? Executive bathroom. Let me go in the bathroom! I wanna fuck shit up. Can I move stuff? Can I touch stuff? No, I just get to click button. God damn it. I'm gonna be secretary. Son of a... I wanna, like, throw stuff. Throw all of this shit. Why can't I open doors? Why can't I do anything? Except for walk around like the piece of shit I am.
Stepping into his manager's office,
God.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Well, of course not, because... How do... There is stuff right there. Why did it go to
Stanley
that?
just sat around twiddling his thumbs.
No
Trying to
shit,
input
Sherlock.
anything on the
Oh,
device
that's
was
fine.
useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 284. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad,
You told
Stanley
me,
happened
asshole.
to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the
Amazing.
newly opened passageway.
Is there? Oh, there's passageway. Fuck. Zombies, that's... I don't like that spot. That is a very dark spot. What? God. What is it with dark things? And now we have light. We're in a nice dark fucking doorway. I don't know why I'm making a Let's Play. I'm not funny at all. I just spent like 10 minutes standing around reading those slides and laughing my ass off because I remembered high school. Tips to not get fired. Don't get fired. Good tip. Best tip ever.
Descending deeper into the building,
God, I
Stanley
should play Five
realized he
Nights at
felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This
you're a
question would
tool.
not go unanswered for long.
You're a tool, Stanley. Fucking tool.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Mind
Mind
Control.
Control Facility.
Escape. Why do I get the feeling that if it says escape, I'm gonna get eaten?
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
It's really dark down there. Maybe I should go back to the mind control facility? Red lights are not nice. I don't like red lights. I don't like red lights. I'm going back to the mind control facility. If that door closes, you know what? Fuck it. I don't even care. Can you run, Stanley? Whoops! You and me is violent death. Did I meet my violent death? Did I just fall down a hole and die? Am I gonna wake up back at my table? This seems to be the whole theme of the matter, is that I wake up and I'm back in the
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Bye. Bye, cool world.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
I'm alive! I'm not dead!
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Well then!
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Well, I did not exactly... anticipate this. He was dead from the very beginning. Okay then. What the fuck? Office computers. Credit! I seriously just finished the game. The boss's office. What the fuck? Freedom ending? Freedom ending.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Oh, what did I do? I found a giant on-off button. Shit.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
No.
No, perhaps not.
It's dark.
Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Honestly.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Why did I think that I wasn't going to get crushed? God. If you're watching this, why? Why are you watching this? Because it's me laughing for half an hour. Shit. Did I actually break it? That sounds about right. Anything? Are you kidding me? That's like the only thing I can do. Pause the game. Restart. Well, that was Stanley Parable. That was interesting. Hope you enjoyed watching me laugh forever.